Okay, so before we start, I want to apologize to two groups of people here. The first group of people being the people who've been waiting for me to upload a commentary for a while now. Like, I haven't uploaded a commentary on my channel since February of last year. The second group of people are the people who came here from the first half of this project, which is on my co-op partner's channel, and that was released back in January of this year. To give you guys the short version of why it's taken so long for me to do anything, anxiety and depression. They can do their stuff anywhere, they're terrible in bed, and there's no protection.
Previously on someone else's channel.
No, go watch it.
And now for a thrilling conclusion. So to the people who haven't seen part 1, first of all, shame on you.
Second of all, the two videos my partner and I were covering were Supersonic Word 15's two commentaries on Umbrus, the artist formerly known as Blasty, which we'll refer to her by since it's easier for us, and this is the second commentary.
Hi, I'm Ponder Sprocket, the partner. I'm here to make things sexy, mostly because Sonic Ward's no longer using borderline hentai images for his avatar.
This video in particular is on Sonic Ward's commentary, on Blasty's commentary, on Annabeth Ride, who now goes by Bubbling Brook, who I'll just refer to as Brooke, and Manga Comment's co-op commentary on Discount's commentary on Mystic Umbreon's top 5 most beautiful Pokemon. I swear to God, I'll leave all the videos in the description so that it'll be easier for everyone else to follow along. So initially, we had it planned so that the rest of this intro statement was going to talk about how part 1 had art footage and part 2 had game footage because that's what we do. But when we gave the editing to Duotones for part 1, she decided that the footage being used would not be based on the channel in which this would be uploaded to, but the person who was talking. So that way, whenever Ponder was talking, you'd be seeing art footage, and whenever I was talking, you'd be seeing game footage. So, you know, thank you, Susie. You really have my work cut out for me.
Some of my friends said that my commentaries are kind of mean-spirited, and I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, I remember this background. Listen, half the avatars you'll come to use are females from Japanese products. You'll learn soon enough. I'm calling the police.
They're right about that. Considering the fact that I'm going to be covering Blast Zone Boy for the second time.
What the fuck was that edit?
It's like he attacked my face!
Were you trying to do that zoom in effect that people like me and Ty try and do? Because the way you keyframed this was not how it's done. Here, let me try and help. If you're going to go bigger, right before the end, only increase the size by a little more than what you want to end with. In my case, I spend 3 frames increasing the size and tilting it either a little to the left or a little to the right by like 3 or so degrees more than what I initially want to intend. Then I use the next frame to decrease the size by like 5% and fix those 3 degrees of tilting. I'm not saying this is necessarily how things might be done for everyone, but if you're trying to emulate stuff like some of the more editing-heavy commentators, maybe it might help.
Hey, and there's no shame in not being able to do shit like this right away. It was only recently that I got a proper grasp on keyframing in an editing program. Sometimes all you need is a little critique and some practice.
I'm going to be mature about it this time.
You're not going to use porn?
Because the last time I covered him, well, I was kinda mean. Blast Zone Boy is actually the one that can actually get me this angry. All the commentaries I did on people will never compare to the likes of Blast Zone Boy.
Critique is not rage!
Sure, you can make the argument that he's a kid, but he did say he wants to get criticized for his commentary, so I'll just do just that. But this time, I'll keep my anger in check. Let's go to his second commentary. Oops, my bad. This is not his second commentary. His second commentary is his third commentary. My advice to you, dude, is to label your titles differently from one another. At least change the number a bit so that I won't have to call your second commentary the third commentary.
His second commentary might be a meme, but that doesn't suddenly make it not a commentary.
Rachel, commentary number 15.6.5 is not a real commentary. Get your shit together, girl.
What the fuck even is a question mark and a half? Did you just give up halfway through questioning something and decided to get a taco?
Let's go to his real second commentary, and remember people, I'm keeping my cool.
Watermarks are cool.
Hey Mew, yeah? Wanna do a commentary together? Yeah. This is gonna be my first multi-degree commentary that'll give me a background. Okay.
How did Blasty make a pop effect better than Sonic Ward?
Girl made that picture pop!
Right. Let's get this sorted. Roll the intro.
Man, that was lazy.
Man, that was Zoom!
So instead of porn, we have unneeded zooms. This is not an appropriate substitute.
No!
But we'll get back to this later. There are some stuff I want to touch on before we get to his commentary. I know why you're doing a co-op, because you want to have a partner just like Brooke and Manga Common, and just like Discount and some dude I don't know, and apparently so does Blast Zone Boy. It's not a big deal to have a co-op partner, even though that's still you, but the way you introduce your partner, I said later. I was gonna touch on this later.
Why can't you touch on it now? You blah 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 about it for long enough. Why not just continue?
And who's to say that Blasty wanted a co-op partner because the previous degrees had them? I mean, Degree Zero didn't have one.
Maybe she just wanted a broom.
Broom's overrated and probably racist.
So, Bloodstone, I think we're missing some more things right here. What are they? The music and the degree counter. Oh yeah. We can't have a multi-degree commentary without those.
Speaking as someone who's done plenty of multi-degree commentaries, no you don't. Maybe if there's too many degrees or if it gets to be too long-winded, but this particular degree chain isn't that bad. Before Sonic Ward, there are a total of 4 degrees. The original video, Discount's video, Brooke's video, and your video. Compared to a lot of other videos that have degrees, this is tame.
It's a commentary on a commentary on a commentary on a commentary on a
Was this needed? Seriously, was this needed? I get that this is your first multi-degree commentary and wanted to sum up the stereotypical things we do in this community, but I think you should know that we got the picture after you announced it and showed the degrees in the intro card.
I don't think that was Blasty's intention at all. I would have thought she just figured a degree counter was needed. Why are you assuming Blasty's intention was any more complicated than just Occam's razor, people?
You're treating your audience like they're 5 years old. You might not know this, but you are.
A child speaks in a manner akin to and explains on the level of a child? What a novel concept!
I haven't touched Pokemon on my main channel in a while. I could go for a bad Pokemon commentary right about now. Oh look, here's something. School? Why did you crash through my ceiling? You're going to have to pay for it to be repaired. I hook you know that.
All he did was fall from the ceiling, not through the roof. Where's the debris? Where's the sound effects? Where's the caveman?
Look, a distraction!
Oh no! We've fallen for that easily avoidable distraction! She's duped us again!
No time! I'm being chased by something. Wait, this isn't my mansion.
Well, this is awkward. The self-proclaimed female equivalent of Skullcommon and the Bonehead himself in one room. I have a Pokemon video to commentate on. Wanna join me?
Sure, no problem. I forgot what I was running away from anyway. Hey guys!
Alright, so that time code was for how long this intro skit is. It's a mere 35 seconds long.
You know, usually when you use the word mere, it's in relation to something being short, or else meager. It doesn't denote something being long or lengthy, which is what Blasty is implying here, that the 35-second intro is too long. I mean, it's a stupid point for other reasons, but yeah, mere. Not the word you wanted here.
And you complained about this in Discount's intro. Pure hypocrisy? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We haven't gotten to that point. Don't blow your load. This isn't even the commentary where Sonic Ward's using porn for an avatar.
But anyways, why are you complaining about Discount's opening skit when you have one that's exactly the same length?
You're jumping the gun way too fast here. We didn't even get to the reasoning as to why Brooke is complaining about Discount's intro skit.
I said it better anyways.
All you're saying to us is that she's complaining about Discount's intro skit being 30 seconds long, and you're making us think that Brooke is in the wrong here because she did the exact same thing. So she should not be calling him out for this. Great job, Blast Zone Boy. We're always counting on you to point out the problems that are not fully explained yet.
Why does nobody understand sarcasm? This is what it sounds like when Brooks cry.
Alright guys, just finalized our reveal plan for the game. First, we f**k up.
This is gonna be a big issue for many commentators. Long intros equal annoying. I should ask, why are you complaining about Discount's intro when yours is almost the same exact length? Long intro skips mean that your commentary could gain the lower attention span from viewers, while shorter intros just get straight to the point. Like ours. Seriously, fact hunting is the best.
Did she just say fuck mountains the best?
I heard feck tauntauns, they're the best.
Commentators should do it more.
I'm already finding this annoying that your background music is overpowering your voice. Not to mention your voice is already low itself. Sometimes it's loud and sometimes it's low. Also, way to treat your opinion like it's a fact. You're saying that every commentator should make a shorter intro skit with no indication as to why you're doing this or how it came to be. It feels like I'm putting words into your mouth, right?
After her last commentary, I don't want you putting anything in her mouth.
To be fair, commentators usually do critique the length of a video's intro, especially if it ends up being unnecessarily long and poorly paced. The real problem here is that Blasty is basing this criticism on the notion that Annabeth Ride's point was legitimate and not sarcasm. Blasty sees that Annabeth Ride is criticizing a video for a 30-second long intro and acknowledges that her video has an intro of the same length, inferring from this that it must be a bad thing.
In actuality, Brooke was sarcastic with the claim, by having the focus actually be on how during those 36 seconds, nothing was going on, thus making Discount's intro poorly paced.
But this is how you're implying it. You need to start thinking, dude.
Because apparently, Blasty couldn't just be thinking differently. Granted, what she thought was wrong, but that's still a thought.
Words make different, thinking makes right!
If I can go a little bit further as to what I mean by trying to treat your opinion as fact, well, okay. You're basically saying that long intro skits will gain lower attention spans for viewers, not some, but all viewers. I guess we all think alike when it comes to long intro skits. Thanks, Blast Zone Boy. You're the best, I swear.
Shut up, Sonic Ward, that's a thing! Audience retention is something to be considered when you're making a video, and people do tend to veer away from things within the first few seconds if it doesn't catch their interest. This is why we have books with short, to-the-point descriptions to entice readers. This is why we have the trope of showcasing an action scene and then cutting to the past to explain the circumstances leading up to it. This is how you can have a series of successful 21-page comic books, catching interest and keeping interest.
Furthermore, let's listen to what she had to say again.
Long intro skits mean that your commentary could gain the lower attention span from viewers.
I should emphasize the word could, because she's implying with that word alone that this isn't a fact, but an opinion. Now, with how she's framing this, she's implying that more people would clock out of longer intros and stick around, but she's not relying on absolutes like you claim she is.
Let me be serious with you. The argument you could have stated was that people usually come for the arguments itself, not just the comedy skits. Having a long intro skit will defeat the purpose to the commentary itself. Most people stick around for the arguments.
How does a long intro skit defeat the purpose of a commentary? I mean, yes, the audience could get bored and leave, but that doesn't inherently mean that the points in the commentary itself are negated or invalid in any way, which is the purpose of a commentary.
If someone is bored of your video, that's not immediately because of any skits. Maybe you're just boring.
Why do you think it's called commentaries?
Why did you accent calm like it was a single word that explained the entirety of the concept?
Commentary is defined on Google as an expression of opinions or offering of explanations about an event or situation. Said expressions could be comedic input. That it's not subverting the definition.
And a comedic opening can serve to entice the audience. That way they keep watching and experience the commentary in full.
Especially with stories being implemented more and more into commentaries, the addition of a narrative could entice people to not only watch future commentaries or past commentaries, but continue watching the current commentary to see how the story plays out. You can judge the stories themselves, but hey, it seemed to work for Linkara. The potential is there.
And Lord Vice is a thing of the past, and it seems Mecha Car has been finally trashed. Our magnificent comic defender is here with a name to make publishers tremble in fear. Linkara, atop the fourth wall. I haven't watched Linkara in a really fucking long time.
I'm done with your stupid points, Blast Zone Boy. What did I tell you about letting me do your job again?
You're not even doing her job right, seeing as you couldn't even catch what the fucking sarcasm is. Fuck is a funny word.
I guess you didn't learn from that commentary I did on you. Okay, I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad again. I'm sorry.
Broken Promises 6 minutes in. I have no hope.
guess I've been playing enough Overwatch lately. It's time to get back into the swing of things and start making videos. Oh dear, I have a Pokemon countdown in which the YouTuber does not elaborate, but no one to cover it with. Whatever should I do?
Give it to me. I'll raise it and nurture it and give it the attention none of you seem to be giving it. Fucking terrible parents, all of you.
No more fear. I am here.
Whatever should I do? Discount Let's Player? What are you doing here, and why are you using Gengar?
Okay, 1, I'm using Robot Jones, not Gengar, you pleb. 2, roll the intro. This skit is going too long, I say.
A whole 36 seconds is way too long for an intro skit. You're right, Discount. Our attention spans are way too short for long intros. It's not like you can make it entertaining or maybe have some good acting in there to make it a worthwhile 36 seconds.
My leg!
Is your foot bleeding already? How did that happen?
Because you shot it!
Are you now going to taunt him by calling him an ambulance? You monster!
Who killed TP?
It's not like Brooks went into more details as to why she found Discount skit being 30 seconds long. This is why I say you jumped the gun way too fast. Now what are you going to say to this clip that shot you in the foot?
Fuck you, that's why!
That feeling when somebody states a point that you just talked about.
The hypocrisy card doesn't work here because Brooks explained why and everything. Maybe you got the short attention span.
Which one wins out in the end? Short attention span or blatant uncompromising nescience? Honda Sprocket's word of the day, nescience, meaning bewilderment, ignorance, or being a daft motherfucker.
Dang it, I'm doing it again. Now, if I can get on Brooks' case...
You don't get sarcasm, that's the punchline. Skip, please.
TP, wait. That's not how you do it. No, you're stupid. Now skip.
Fellas, I am so horny!
Now, if Brooke only said 36 seconds is way too long for an intro skit, then maybe you could have got her there. But nope. You just lost. I'm going back to my happy place now.
Stay there!
Hey, Blossom, didn't this happen last time in your Nintendo game commentary? Yeah.
Can you be more specific? I covered your video and I don't even know what you're talking about. Blast Zone Boy, your first commentary wasn't even a multi-degree commentary, so I'm actually confused here.
So am I. As in, how the fuck does Blasty's video on Nintendo Guy not being a multi-degree commentary relate? I mean, unless you want to count the anime as a separate degree.
Nobody counts that shit!
It still confuses me how that not being a multi-degree commentary is relevant when her point was about people restating arguments they just had.
I didn't like this.
Wait, what's in your hand? A slitter. Pass me that. I need to throw at Cayman. And maybe Brooke.
After getting fucking shot, I don't want to see others hurting each other. Fucking don't start with me.
I don't know. Who should I throw it at? Why not both? Okay. Hooray for painfulness!
Yeah, let's all laugh at the pain others might be feeling. My legs still hurt.
Schadenfreude! Fuck you, TP, that's what friends are for!
Sorry, I think you guys need to go to the hospital. Whoopsie daisy. Downsy woundsy.
Yeah, sure, send the skeleton and the ghost to the hospital.
Over a baseball. Like, worst either one gets a bruise. Hey, at least it's not a gunshot wound, Sonic Ward.
You know, I just love it how you don't explain anything throughout this whole interjection. This is just like your first commentary all over again!
Explain your joke to me, Blasty! Explain!
You know something? There's actually a point you could have debunked. Let me show you.
It's also plagued with a few issues, such as the long pauses, and while I'm almost going to put money down that you didn't add out the second whatever shall I do portion.
Never thought I would be debunking manga common.
I can't believe I'm covering somebody famous.
Not the famous person.
No.
The whatever shall I do was played twice for a reason. It's one of those classic jokes when a person comes out of nowhere after said person mentions something or something. After the person said something, said person pretends or ignore the person entirely. This is basic 101 stuff, manga.
Like Science 101? Math 101? Sucking like a pro 101?
I teach that class.
And I thought you were better than this.
I thought you were better than to make a mistake. I thought you were perfect.
So why would manga common confuse the joke for a mistake? Well, let's look at how the joke was executed. First, with these types of jokes, the one interrupting here would do something to make the other person realize that they are the answer, or that they possess the answer. Discount didn't do anything. The partner just acknowledged Discount's existence after saying, "Whatever should I do?" again. Speaking of, second, that audio clip was used twice.
Whatever should I do? Whatever should I do?
If it wasn't a mistake that unintentionally resembled a comedy trope, it was at least sloppy in execution.
Giving how they were delivering their lines can indicate that motive. You know, Blast Zone Boy, if you wasn't too focused on the hypocrisy thing that doesn't exist, maybe you could have spotted this.
The irony is strong with this one.
Oh, I put $20 down on that.
Ooh, give me $20.
I also want to point out that the avatar pictures and how they're edited in. Each picture comes in with a cross dissolve and it gives it this weird effect when pictures come back to back.
Brooke, how do you even know this is a problem with his editor? Do you even know what editor he uses? Mew, I'm gonna leave you to this. Look, I don't understand why you assume stuff. I mean, I like when people assume stuff, but in a stupid manner like this, I hate it. Moving on, please load the skip card.
Ow, that skipping cart though! Let's just get this over with. Blast Zone Boy, where in that sentence did she talk about the editing software?
It was on screen. It was on screen. I am going to scream.
She was most likely talking about how the avatar pics was put in. Let me get on Discount case. Discount, you still kind of have that problem, and the sad thing about this is that there are other people out there that can actually use that editing program better than you. Let me compare Sean Sampson and Halo Fan, for example. Sean Sampson and Halo Fan has the same editing program, but Sean knows how to edit better than Halo Fan. Halo Fan is actually lazy when it comes to editing. If you saw my second co-op video with Sean, then you'll see what I mean.
This has nothing to do with Annabeth Ride pointing out a very specific editing note. Good editor or bad editor, she's pointing out an editing trick that didn't fly.
I can really imply this to you, Discount, because even if you kind of fix your laziness, I can still sense the lack of editing.
He can sense your lack of editing, Discount. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
I really don't want Sonic Ward to be Santa Claus.
Certainly won't see me kissing him under the mistletoe.
Santa's fat. How can he keep running?
Your newest commentary proves my point. Oops. Oh yeah, back to Blast Zone Boy.
Yeah, back to actual relevancy. Say what you will about covering lesser degrees, but at least they're present within the same video. Me covering Brooke or Common if I felt like it wouldn't be out of place. What you did was never again.
So basically my point is, she wasn't talking about the editing software, but how he was editing his stuff.
Make me break out that frame again and I will use that leg that you shot off as a baseball bat. Hello, so you'd be able to play baseball with your daughter?
So today, me and my buddy Discount,
Hey.
I'm going to be covering...
Kill him with electricity!
Funny, because Papio has a 2x weakness against electric Pokemon.
Electric attacks, not specifically to Pokemon. Pikachu using Surf will not be super effective against the water type.
Oh my god, I love research.
I especially love it when you screw it up.
Oh, hi! You caught me in a goose!
This video is pretty much a prime example of a Poketuber who can't elaborate, even if the word elaboration hit him with a stick and told him how to elaborate correctly. So with all that being said, let's begin.
Especially with the orange flower on its head.
No skip card? This clearly isn't the beginning of the video. This isn't the biggest issue in the world, but it certainly gave me video whiplash trying to place where the heck we are in the video.
Also, gotta love that attempt at comedy, hidden with a stick of elaboration.
I think Discount needs a dictionary, or a thesaurus, or a humor injection. Something!
I think he needs $20. Did you make this into a trap when I wasn't looking? Oh, come on, guys. I want to be in the commentary.
So he's not allowed to skip Mystic Orion's intro?
No, Brooke asked where the skip card was, since Discount clearly skipped some of Mystic Umbreon's video. It's not a lack of skipping, it's a lack of indication of how much was skipped.
What? So according to your logic, nobody is allowed to skip someone's intro. I thought this gave you whiplash when the intro's only 7 seconds long.
1. Why are you arguing this? She even stated herself that this isn't the biggest problem in the world, so basically this is a nitpick.
Even if it was a nitpick, you can still argue it, especially if you feel that the nitpick is grounded in inaccuracies.
2. She didn't imply that no one can skip the intro card. This is what we call assuming. You know that word that you threw at Brooke. And 3, Brooke was saying that she was confused at where the actual video starts. I'm so glad I can understand your stupid voice.
Wow! That was uncalled for!
Actually, she was saying she was confused as to how far into the video they had skipped. It makes it easier for people to follow along with the video as well as to allow curious viewers to double check the original video. But, you know, details.
Looking at Lilligant really reminds me of looking at a flower garden, and the aroma Lilligant's flower is supposed to produce really makes me feel like I'm actually there. Looking at Lilligant's flower, I can see a huge resemblance of lilies and carnations due to the flower's appearance and the aroma it produces. Those types of flowers are honestly my favorite kinds, and I really like how they are incorporated onto a Pokemon. With its aroma, its beautiful flower, and dancing skills, I can say I would be in for quite the show from this dancing flower Pokemon.
Stop! Wait a minute. Play that one portion from the beginning.
Lilligant is one of the most elegant Pokemon I have ever seen, especially with the orange flower on its head. Looking at Lilligant really reminds me of looking at a flower garden, and the aroma Lilligant's flower is supposed to produce really makes me feel like I'm actually there. Looking at Lilligant's flower, I can see a huge resemblance of lilies and carnations due to the flower's appearance and the aroma it produces.
Brooke, you literally just repeated the entire clip. Why?
I really can't help but feel as though there was more to Umbreon's explanation there. The use of especially tells me that there was more than what he was talking about. This is where skip screens can help out, as you can put a timestamp on where you skip so your audience doesn't get lost. Also, it helps if you actually put the video in the description. As of right now, it's just a barren wasteland.
Maybe Discount forgot to put the video in the description.
I forget to draw a character's hand. That doesn't mean I magically drew it. It's still not there.
At most, you explained why the flaw was there, but that doesn't excuse shit.
TP, there's a hole in your foot because Sonic Ward has bad aim.
I refuse to forgive!
I am guilty of this. What I mean is, I've been guilty of forgetting things in the description when I said I would put them in.
Oh boy, playing devil's advocate I see. Well, I guess I'll do the same. Discount never puts any links in his description because I guess getting links are so hard.
Now here's where forgetting to do the description actually matters. We don't know why Discount doesn't have descriptions. Maybe Discount actually forgets to do them, or doesn't know how to do them. Maybe Discount's lazy, I don't know. But all we can do without any confirmation is assume why. That's what you're doing right now, Father Mucker.
So hold on, Blast Zone boy. Discount has been in the CC for a long time making commentaries, even though he deleted his videos because I guess he doesn't like his commentaries and he wanted to start off fresh. His recent commentary doesn't have a link to the actual video. Now, at this point, I'm proving your point.
As stupid as it would be for you to actively go out of your way to prove the point of the person you're contesting correct. That's not even what you're doing. How do you do that?
But here's the thing. Manga was trying to say that as a commentator, you have to be the presenter. You can't just let your audience search for it, especially since Discount's titles are like this. So hey, Blast Zone boy, you want to know what Discount was being? He was being lazy. If his videos doesn't prove anything, then I don't know what to say to you, man.
Let me guess. Deal with it?
Nah, man. Keep running.
Also, why are you comparing yourself to Discount? This is your second commentary, and I'm going to guess that you're talking about putting links to the actual video. Alright, Blast Zone boy, let's play a game. I watched some of your other videos, and I see you like self-promotion, seeing how many links you can put into your description. Now compare that to how many times Discount forgets to put a link down. You see why your comparison didn't work?
My brain, I think it's melting.
At least you still have one. I think I lost mine a while ago. Anyways, you realize people can have default descriptions, right? Blasty could have done that a while ago and could just be referring to linking the original video or relevant videos.
Pretty sure that is what Blasty was referring to anyways.
Ironically, you're still technically right, since Blasty, if just judging by this video, linked Brooke's commentary, so Blasty comparing herself to Discount is flawed. But it's not flawed in the way you're suggesting it is.
You don't forget to put links in your description, but Discount always, for so many years, haven't been putting links down in the description. Looks like someone tried to defend the person to save their lives.
Who knew? Blasty's life was in danger and the only way she could live was by defending Discount.
Do a commentary if you want to live.
I am the commentator.
Join our membership, fuckhead!
Saying how it could be elaborated would be more constructive. Here, I'll even do it for you.
If I remember correctly, you said this a couple of seconds ago. Here, let me replay it.
You can't just say elaboration, do it. Even if this is just a poorly executed joke, I'm going to treat this like an actual point of criticism to make my point.
You know what? For this very long point I'm about to make, I'm gonna head into this car I made.
No! No!
I agree. Mew doesn't make cars. Every Pokemon fan knows this.
Your joke lasts for 4 minutes! You think I'm gonna sit there for another 4 minutes while you stumble between your words? It doesn't help the fact that your acting sucks, so I don't really know what's going on. Didn't you say in the beginning that long intro skits are annoying?
Long intros equal annoying. Long intro skits mean that your commentary could gain the lower attention span from viewers, while shorter intros just get straight to the point. Like cars. Seriously, fact hunting is the best.
I still hear Fuck Mountain.
Even though this isn't an intro skit, this still counts as a skip, which means you went against your own statement.
No, they didn't. Even in the flashback you just showed us, Blasty's point was that a long, boring intro skit can cause the audience to lose interest and stop watching the commentary. Yes, that can happen at later points in the video, but it's far less likely to happen after a certain time frame, wherein the audience has become invested in the outcome.
And you know something else? At least Brooke, Manga, and Discount had a 36-second time limit to get to the commentary.
Wait, they had time limits? Holy shit, are we in Mario Brothers?
Gotta go fast!
Wrong mascot.
And it took you almost 4 minutes to get back to the commentary because of your stupid, out-of-place skit!
You know, there was a point to be had in Blasty's skit. Mew's skit. I don't care. I hate everything right now.
Yeah, the point may have been bookended by the skit, but it was still there.
And having a skit within a commentary in general is not a problem, so long as there is something to take from it, whether it's a point or even just humor.
Now, whether the skit is funny can always be up to debate, but you're still allowed to do it, just so long as you keep up with your counter-arguments.
You want to talk about how Blasty's 3-minute skit was bad? By the way, it was 3 minutes, not 4 minutes. I'll concede, it drags like crazy, but it's not simply a problem because of time, nor its very existence.
By the way, I love it how you reference your Nintendo Guy commentary. Let me reference that too. This will bite you in the bum later. And guess what, Blast Zone Boy? It bites you in the bum. You bum.
Her having a boring skit will bite her in the bum?
Right now, I want something in my bum. Probably be more pleasant than this.
Hey yo, did we trade roles?
Alright, you're outright showing how much you skipped. How's that 4 minutes? Sonic Ward, this is Math 101. You know, that class where we're taught about comedy tropes.
It's my channel. What are you going to do about it, you fat?
I sensed a popular meme.
So you gave up on this being a co-op. I don't know what to say to that.
I know, right? That's just weird.
Oh my god! Slenderman is wearing Common's face!
Would you fuck him? I'd fuck him. Goodbye, horses!
If your partner in the co-op is going to leave, then unless it's played for a joke, then you should have just made this into a solo commentary. Isn't that right, partner?
Okay, so let me have an example. Just say Mew left, which he said he did, but not really. I would have made this a solo commentary? Hell nah, he would have been here for half of the video. And he is still in the video. I don't exactly know what happened here, but why are you telling Discount that he has to make this a solo commentary?
Because Discount's partner left halfway through for no reason. At least in both Mew's case and Common's case, there was some sort of explanation.
He skinned him!
I can't believe it. Today's a Thursday. It looks better that way.
I would have said he boned him.
You know, I enjoyed living once.
I see you're not listening for some reason. It was very awkward that his co-op partner left in the middle of the commentary, which means what was the point of making this into a co-op commentary in the first place? If there was a problem with his co-op partner in any way, then Discount could have scrapped this commentary altogether or just started off with a solo commentary off the bat. Come on, Blast Zone Boy, it's not that hard to think about.
My mouth actually dropped open in surprise.
Broken clock's still right twice a day.
Congratulations, Sonic Ward! It only took you until the last 6 minutes of your second video to get a point on Blasty right.
Pokemon is another flower Pokemon, but to me, it looks a little more elegant because of the fact that it has roses. Although lilies and carnations are my favorite flowers, roses have always been a very close second. The reason why Roserade is higher on this list is because of my neighbor's rosebush. I've had quite a few run-ins with that thing. Let's see. I ran into it with my bike, I've pricked myself several times trying to pick them. Yeah, not exactly pretty sights, but through all those hardships, I was still able to put a smile on my mom's face every time I brought a rose home to her. Roserade reminds me of all the roses I used to pick for my mom as a kid.
Yeah, great. You have experiences with roses. I'm sorry, but how does that make this Pokemon more vividly appealing? If you come with an answer, give me a call, please.
Because he was relating to his personal experiences. This is an opinionated list, after all, and people can use their experiences to determine what they consider beautiful.
Plus he says roses are a second favorite, and thus can be assumed that he found them beautiful, and since Roserade has roses in its design, it's not hard logic to follow.
I don't give two single poos about the reasoning of why Mystic chose Roserade as a beautiful Pokemon. Personally, I find it a little bit pointless, to be honest.
Shut up, you're not even a real Waddle Dee.
Am I Waddle Dee?
Yes, Ty, you're Waddle Dee.
Yippee!
I agree with Discount. Fight me. Now the thing here is, your point is kinda invalid. The problem with this point is, it's not really countering anything that Discount said that much.
Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, people, but I'm gonna have to break my promise here.
You know, for like the 50th time.
This kid is getting on my nerves. Did you forget what the original video was about? The original video is called Top 5 Most Beautiful Pokemon, and you're arguing against his opinion on the Pokemon. The dude had personal experience with roses as a little kid, and Roserade was just the ticket to his childhood. He even explained how this Pokemon is beautiful. You want to know what else that made me mad? You never explained why Brooke's point is invalid. Why is it invalid?
Blasty said that the point was invalid because it didn't counter what Discount was saying. Now, she's wrong, but she did give a reason.
Tell me! You can't just say it's invalid because it didn't debunk Discount point.
You just said her reason. If I say a comic book is poorly put together because there's no panel flow, and someone else says, why does poor panel flow make a comic bad? And then someone else says, panel flow is integral to the flow of the story and driving the reader's eye. And then someone else says, that doesn't explain the question because it doesn't explain why panels are important.
Guys, I think Ponder's upset.
And just to let you know, Blast Zone Boy, Discount point is pointless because the dude in the video explained his personal reasons why. Are you deaf, dude? I'm sorry, but you're just being dumb right now. Up to this point, I feel like you're not listening to me. I made a commentary on you, and what did you do? You didn't learn from it! Never watch it once.
I feel like you're not listening to me in this secondary visual and auditory medium that is only made after you've finished and released your own video, and which is something I have to actively send to you for you to know that it exists. End me!
After your first video on her, I wouldn't blame her for not listening to you. Hell, by your own admission, it's not that good. So why should we listen? Why not Fab instead? I'm pretty sure that's why you had all those Hanana pictures, right?
Hey, any way to stop people noticing the bad points, I guess.
It didn't work.
You need to gather everything from anyone who covers you. I know you watched my commentary on you one time. What type of attention span you got, dude? I might as well get on you for the lack of script. And if you do have a script, you're too freaking slow! You might as well consider this to being a final thought because you're just really painful to sit through!
Hey man, no projecting.
You're making Awesomeness 45 better than you, and he's the king of nitpicking!
This just constantly hammering in this one unrelated guy because, you know what, I'm tired of this video. I'm tired of Blasty. I'm tired of running. I'm tired and I want my foot fixed. You shot me in the foot and you told me to keep running. Make up your mind!
The Pokedex entries, the love, and the shiny coloration just match her too well. Gardevoir's overall appearance as well just reminds me so much of an angel as well. Angels are portrayed as being very beautiful. My mom is like an angel. Gardevoir is like an angel. It's the perfect #1 choice. Well, that pretty much wraps up my top 5 most beautiful Pokemon. All of these Pokemon are very beautiful to me in their own unique ways.
Dude, do you realize that the list entry isn't a separate Pokemon? Therefore, breaking your criteria, and you completely ignore this. How could you not see the fact that you just broke your own criteria? It was so obvious. I know it's still technically a Pokemon, but it's not separate from Gardevoir, so you broke your criteria.
What? Where'd you even get that notion? He clearly ended the segment and went on to the conclusion / end promotion.
Seems like someone wants to play Find the Pages. Also, he broke his criteria. How would your audience know? You didn't include that at all in your video if it was there. And since I had to go look it up, it makes it really hard to trust you.
It sounded like you started talking about a 6th Pokemon.
Shiny or not, it's still Gardevoir.
Do I seriously have to do this again? I need to play what he said. For the 2nd time this commentary. For God's sake.
Dude, do you realize that the list entry isn't a separate Pokemon? Therefore, breaking your criteria, and you completely ignore this. How could you not see the fact that you just broke your own criteria? It was so obvious. I know it's still technically a Pokemon, but it's not separate from Gardevoir, so you broke your criteria.
It's when you become a lazy butthole and not even try to do anything.
This is actually painful to listen to.
My butt still hurts!
Seriously, just look back. Do I seriously need to revise what I said? Oh my bloody god.
Upside down, bouncing off the ceiling, inside out, stranger to this feeling, got no clue what I should do, and I'd go crazy. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm already crazy.
Are you expecting us to know what you're talking about? Okay then, let me guess. Was it about him mentioning criteria? They already got on discount for not mentioning that during the commentary. Should I guess again? I guess so. Was it about discount knowing that it's technically a Pokemon? It still doesn't change the fact that Discount said that Gardevoir is different from the shiny version, which, by the way, Discount, it's still the same Pokemon despite the different colors. One more guess? Okay. Was it about... I don't know. What is it? Blast Zone Boy, what I'm saying is please state what you mean, otherwise we'll all get confused.
Okay, something I want to get onto all you motherfuckers for. What the hell was his criteria? I know Brooke says in her commentary that the only criteria was his own opinion, but why didn't anyone actually show that? Discount and Blasty are saying he goes against his criteria, Brooke, Common, and Sonic Bird are saying nah, but why doesn't anyone show him saying that? Let me do all of your jobs, fucking plebs.
Remember that this list is 100% my opinion, and you guys may disagree. That is okay though. You can share your favorites in the comment section below.
Fine, Brooke was right, but no one showed this to be the case, so as the audience, I was still left wondering if anyone was right until I looked it up myself.
But TP, evidence is hard.
So was my hate boner for everything right now.
Bow chicka wow wow.
I never thought your second commentary will be the breaking point for me.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me and I walk alone. Why is this the third time in this two-part that I'm singing?
I would still argue the breaking point was your unscripted pre-final thoughts from the last video.
The lack of effort is really strong with this one. I skipped your final thoughts because it sucks. And you had no script.
And because why break conventions? Forget about your last video, did you? You bleeding hypocrite.
Which means 3 to 4 minutes of final thoughts, and I do not have time to struggle through that again.
You have time. You lack conviction. Don't worry, I can just grab a gun and aim it at your foot. That'll motivate you.
You better really pay attention to this message because you might be a bandwagon, and I might not be there to help you. Take care. This is Supersonic War 15 saying, keep running.
With only one leg after you blasted the other one off? Well, okay then.
So while TP tries out for the local marathon, my final thoughts. I have no eyes, but I must cry.
Alright, Discount, Umbrus, whatever you go by now. If you haven't developed this already, learn to look before you leap. Throughout the video, there were times where it seemed like you had an idea, but didn't have a way to develop the idea, and thus the idea suffered as a result. Examples: You want to make your own co-op partner. Cool, but you didn't do anything to make Mew distinct for yourself apart from the voice. You wanted to skit with Mew in the car. Fine, except the point and the pacing weren't strong enough to support it. You wanted to agree with Discount several times. Okay, but you let that trump whatever faults Discount may have had in their logic. I'm aware you're not doing commentaries anymore, but I believe having a plan of attack is a good habit to develop in life. Sonic Ward. Don't shoot people's feet off. It's not pleasant, and you could poke someone's eye out with that gun. I mean, how would you like it if your foot was shot off? Oh, I guess learn to listen to, and blah blah blah.
What is it with you commentators and always wanting to expend so much breath on final thoughts? I can think of much better uses for your mouths.
What, like gaining cavities?
Maybe because you're sucking too much on a sweetie pie.
The fuck are you? No.
Here's a joke about mistletoe. Now the fun begins.
I forgot this was meant to be a Christmas commentary. You know, I'm just gonna find someone else for Christmas. Anyone? Brooke still around? Diddles, I think you're editing this. You wanna do a thing? Is Ty here?
No one can save you, TP!
You know, just so we're all clear, I'm still Waddle Dee.